Imagine that every tear, every loss, every moment of uncertainty in your life was actually an invitation. A call to awaken something powerful within you. What if the difficulties weren't a burden but preparation for something greater? Because deep down, you know, don't you? You feel that you're different, as if you were destined for something extraordinary. That feeling isn't an illusion. It's your inner flame, begging to be ignited. Today, we're going to uncover what it means to carry this light, to embrace your purpose, and finally answer the call the universe is making to you. Feeling different, the mark of the chosen. Since childhood, you felt like you didn't completely fit in. Not in a sad way, but as if you were looking at the world from a different vantage point. While those around you were content with routines, patterns, and the comfort of the ordinary, you questioned everything. There was something inside you yearning for more, something whispering that what the eyes see is just the surface. This feeling isn't a mistake, much less a curse. It's the mark of the chosen. Those who have a greater role to play on the stage of life often feel disconnected from the superficial world. Not because they are better, but because they carry within them a connection to something greater. Pay attention to the signs around you, the coincidences that seem so perfect they can't be random. The people who enter your life at just the right moment to teach you something or open a new door. Even the challenges that seem impossible are, in fact, tools to shape your strength and vision. If you feel like you live between two worlds, the physical and the spiritual, it's because your mission requires you to navigate both. The physical world can feel overwhelming, with its expectations and standards. But as a chosen one, you have the ability to see beyond this and perceive the invisible dance of the universe guiding every step. Now, take a moment to reflect. When was the last time you felt disconnected from what people call normal? Maybe it was at work, in a group of friends, or even within family traditions. That feeling isn't alienation, it's a call. A sign that you are aligned with something much greater than it appears. And this brings us to the next point, why this difference isn't a burden but an entryway to your true essence. Comment here if you feel different from others. I'm certain we're not alone, and by commenting, you'll feel the energy of everyone who's part of the same group. The flame that never dies, resilience as purpose. There's something in you that simply doesn't give up. Even in the hardest moments, when everything around you seemed to be falling apart, a small spark inside you refused to go out. This flame is the clearest sign that you are chosen. Life tests those with a greater purpose. Not because the universe wants to punish them, but because great missions demand strong souls. Every loss, every failure, every moment of doubt has been placed on your path to shape you, not to break you. Think of each challenge as the fire that tempers steel, making it stronger, more resilient, purer. Take a moment to reflect. What was the most difficult moment you've ever faced? The one that made you question everything, even your own strength. Now ask yourself, did it destroy me, or did it transform me? This is where you realize that, while others might have given up, you chose to rise. That decision, often unconscious, is proof that your resilience isn't just strength, it's a calling. This inner flame isn't just about survival. It's a constant reminder that you were made for something greater. A chosen one doesn't just endure storms but uses them as fuel to grow. And here's the deeper truth, the pain, the challenges, the failures, they're all part of the plan. The universe doesn't choose the strongest for easy battles, it chooses those who have the capacity to transform the impossible into reality. Your resilience is the greatest testament to your purpose. When you rise, even after falling 100 times, you're not just showing strength, you're showing the world that the light within you is indomitable. And this light, when shared, has the power to ignite other flames around you. But here's the question you must ask yourself, what are you doing with this strength? Because having an inner flame isn't just a blessing, it's a responsibility. The universe gave you this energy, this ability to keep going, not to keep it to yourself but to light the way for others. And this brings us to the next stage. Because this flame isn't an accident. It's a divine gift, a reminder that you are never alone. Let's explore what it means to be connected to the unseen and how that connection guides every step you take. The divine connection, the call of the unseen. Have you ever felt as though the universe was speaking directly to you? Perhaps through coincidences so perfect they seemed impossible to ignore. Or maybe in dreams that carried deep messages, as if they came from a place beyond this world. This connection to the unseen is one of the clearest signs that you are chosen. The world we live in is noisy. There's a constant rush, a need to chase something, even if we don't know exactly what it is. But the call of the unseen doesn't shout, it whispers. It manifests in moments of silence, in instances of clarity, when everything seems chaotic. It's in those moments that you feel a force, a peace, as if the universe were holding your hand and saying, "You're not alone." This divine connection isn't something you created, it's something that has always been within you. It's the reason why, even when everything seems meaningless, you feel there's something greater at work. Think about the times when everything felt lost, but somehow, something happened to change the course of events. Was it luck? No. It was alignment. But here's the truth few understand, this connection isn't just for your comfort. It's a guide. A path. The universe is constantly sending you signs, but we're often too busy to notice them. How can you hear the voice of your intuition if you never stop to listen? Reflect, when was the last time you were in complete silence? Not just free from external noise but also from internal distractions. Because it's in silence that you find the answers you've been seeking. The universe doesn't need to shout when you're willing to listen. And this is the greatest challenge for the chosen. With so much energy, with so much potential, it's easy to lose yourself in doing, helping, creating. But true power lies in first aligning with your essence, with your divine connection, before trying to transform the world around you. Have you ever stopped to think that every time you follow your intuition, you're strengthening that connection? That every decision based on what you feel, and not just what you see, is an act of faith. Because being chosen is about trusting, even when the path isn't clear. And it's this trust that enables you to inspire others. Because when you live aligned with the divine, people around you feel it. They are touched by your light, even if they don't understand where it comes from. Let's explore in the next section how this light has the power to transform not only you but also those around you. Inspiring transformation, the impact of the chosen. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to find comfort and inspiration in you? They share secrets, fears, and hopes as if they instinctively know you'll understand. That's not a coincidence. It's the reflection of the light you carry. The chosen have a unique energy. A kind of magnet that attracts those who are lost, wounded, or seeking answers. Not because you have all the solutions, but because your journey, with all its pain and triumphs, deeply resonates in the hearts of those who cross your path. It's as if your own transformation serves as a silent example that change is possible, even in the worst circumstances. Now, think about how many times someone has said to you, "You've helped me more than you know," or "Your presence makes a difference." Even if you didn't realize it, simply being who you are has already planted seeds of change in others. But this ability to inspire transformation comes with a challenge, balancing giving with protecting your energy. Have you ever felt drained after helping others? That happens because being a beacon for others doesn't mean allowing everyone to consume your light. You need to learn to set boundaries. Not as walls but as filters that preserve your essence and direct your energy where it can truly make a difference. And here's a secret many forget, you don't need to save everyone. The role of the chosen isn't to carry the world on their shoulders but to ignite flames in the hearts of those ready to awaken. There's a big difference between lighting the path and losing yourself trying to carry everyone. Reflect, who in your life is truly ready to change? And who, on the other hand, only drains your energy without intending to evolve? This isn't an easy question to answer, but it's essential to preserve your light and maximize the positive impact you can have on the world. Being chosen means accepting that not everyone will understand or value your energy. But those who are ready to grow will be profoundly transformed simply by being in your presence. And this brings us to the next point. Because inspiring transformation isn't just about others, it's also about how you deal with your own fear and purpose. How can you overcome your own limitations to fully live your mission? Purpose and fear, overcoming to create legacy. All chosen ones face the same challenge, fear. It whispers in the silence of the night, in moments of doubt, saying that you're not good enough, that you're not ready, or that you'll never achieve what you seek. But here's a truth that few recognize: fear isn't your enemy. It's a disguised teacher, testing your courage and determination. Fear arises because your purpose is too big to ignore. It tries to stop you because it knows that when you finally align with your mission, the impact will be transformative. But what truly separates those who fail from those who thrive is how you respond to that fear. Reflect: what would you do today if you weren't afraid? Write it down. Think about it. Visualize it. Because fear, most of the time, isn't based on reality but on scenarios your mind creates. It exaggerates risks, minimizes your abilities, and makes you forget that the universe wouldn't place a dream in your heart if you weren't capable of fulfilling it. The secret to overcoming fear isn't eliminating it but acting despite it. Because when you take one step toward your purpose, the universe takes 2 steps toward you. Doors open, the right people appear, and opportunities that once seemed impossible begin to materialize. But here's something few understand: fear never completely disappears. It returns at every new level of your journey. When you reach a goal, it shows up again, saying that the next step is even scarier. This is normal. What changes is your relationship with it. You learn to recognize it, to listen to it, and yet to move forward. Living as light, acting with intention. Being chosen isn't just a state of being, it's a call to action. It's easy to get lost in the question, who am I to do this? But here's the secret: you don't need to be perfect, nor have all the answers, to start illuminating the world around you. Living as light is about authenticity, choosing, every single day, to act with intention and allow your essence to shine. But what does it mean, in practice, to live as light? First, it means recognizing that every small action matters. A smile to a stranger, a genuine moment of listening, a word of encouragement. Sometimes what feels insignificant to you could be a transformative moment for someone else. Your energy, your presence, your way of being impacts far more than you imagine. However, living as light doesn't mean pleasing everyone or being constantly available. This is where the importance of clear intentions comes into play. Before acting, ask yourself, what am I trying to create or convey with this? When you live with purpose, even the simplest actions become powerful. But living as light also requires courage. You'll need to step out of your comfort zone, face criticism, and sometimes walk alone. Not everyone will understand what you're trying to do, and that's okay. Remember, you weren't chosen to follow the crowd, but to lead. Now, think about what it means to act intentionally in your life. How can you start aligning your actions with your purpose? Perhaps it's investing time in what truly matters to you, or maybe it's learning to say no to what doesn't add value. True light doesn't come from constantly trying to please others but from being true to yourself. And here's the profound truth: when you act with intention, the universe responds. The connections you need appear. The right opportunities present themselves. Barriers begin to fall. This isn't luck, it's alignment. It's the result of living in harmony with the energy you carry within. The legacy of the chosen, an eternal mark. Legacy. That word carries weight, doesn't it? Often, we think of legacy as something grand, buildings with our name, works recognized by the entire world. But true legacy isn't material. It's in the impact we leave on the hearts of others. As a chosen one, your legacy begins with the small things. The advice that changed someone's perspective, the empathy that transformed a life, the courage to live your truth. That's what people remember, how you made them feel, how your light ignited something in them they didn't even know existed. Now, reflect, how do you want to be remembered? Not in a selfish way, but with a sense of purpose. What are you planting today that can blossom tomorrow? Perhaps it's the words you write, the gestures you offer, or even the example you set by living authentically. But here's the challenge: legacy isn't something built in a moment of inspiration. It's the result of the choices you make every day. It's the sum of the times you chose courage over fear, kindness over judgment, and purpose over comfort. And don't be mistaken, living with this intention isn't easy. There will be times when it feels like your efforts aren't making a difference. But remember, the greatest impacts are often invisible. The word you say today could echo in someone's heart years from now. One of the deepest truths about legacy is that it isn't just about you. It's about what you awaken in others. Think about this: the seeds you plant in one person can spread to many others, creating an impact far beyond your comprehension. Now, ask yourself, what am I doing today that contributes to my legacy? It doesn't have to be something enormous. It could be an honest conversation, an act of generosity, or simply living in alignment with your values. And here's the most powerful point: your legacy doesn't end when you leave this world. It continues in the lives you've touched, in the examples you've set, in the gestures that inspired others to do the same. Now everything converges to one final question: what will you do with the gift of being chosen? The universe doesn't make mistakes. It placed within you a unique flame, a connection to the divine, and the ability to transform lives. But knowing this isn't enough. You need to act. You need to embrace your vulnerability, overcome your fears, and live in alignment with your purpose. This is the moment to stop hesitating. Everything you need to start is already within you. The real question isn't, am I capable, but, am I willing? Because the universe's answer to your greatness has always been, yes. The world is waiting for your light. It's waiting for you to live fully as the chosen one you were born to be.